y'all, how are y'all doing? Welcome to Curry TV. Today I'm here with a bubbly ingredient. Do you know what that is? It's actually toddy. I'm gonna make a toddy at home. Yes baby, you heard it right, toddy at home. How to, right? Let's take a look at all the ingredients we'll be using for this recipe. So I got roughly a little bit of over 4 cups of coconut water out of 2 coconuts. And we need mason jars or jars to store this in. We need yeast, sugar, and a strainer, a ladle, and a funnel, and a sieve. So let's take a look at how to make your toddy at home. Now, what is toddy used for? Toddy is used for not for just drinking purpose like Keralites do, but we make appams out of it. We make desserts out of it. There's a lot of things that we can make with coconut water. So this episode is actually dedicated to all appams. So let's take a look at how to make our toddy. So along with this video, I'm going to share some tips and tricks how to create in case if you don't have certain things. Okay, so this is 4 cups of fresh coconut water. If you don't have fresh coconut water, you can definitely use the cocoa water that we can buy on at the store or online, okay, whichever one you want. So because of the coronavirus, I do not encourage anybody to go outside and buy coconut or coconut water. You can order online or pick up curbside pickup. All I'm saying is keep yourself safe, okay? So we have coconut water all ready to go. This is 2 cups of coconut water, which is about 4.5 roughish amount of coconut water. And I have 6 tablespoons of sugar. This is organic sugar, that's why the color is light pale. And I have yeast. Yeast is half teaspoon. Okay, first and foremost, what we're gonna do, simple. Add all of our 6 tablespoons of sugar into our water mix, the coconut water, and our half teaspoon of yeast. What yeast does is the bubbly character in our water, the coconut water. We need a big ladle just to make sure that it's well incorporated. Have you tried coconut water by itself? It's so full of nutrients. It's really good to dehydrate or boost yourself from dehydration. Okay, summer's nearby, drink lots of water. If you're running low on, say, oh, I'm so tired of drinking water, opt out for this or juice, whatever that works, man. Okay, make sure there's no lumps of that yeast in there. That's the key importance. Now we're going to let this sit for like roughly 5 minutes so that everything settles in, and then we're going to sieve it through, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so our water is ready. Now we're going to strain it through this sieve. Why do we do that? There's a residue at the top, and I don't want that excess stuff on when I'm having to make appams. Okay, half the quantity is going to go into 1 bottle of, whichever one. You can use a mason jar, you could use any bottle. I prefer to use glass bottles versus plastic bottles, and because it's going to ferment, that's the whole purpose of it. So we're going to let this ferment naturally, and then we're going to keep it by the side of our stove for 24 hours. Once you leave it by the side of the stove, once you make your daily routines, since we're all home, I'm sure you'll be cooking once or twice a day, right? Breakfast, lunch, or breakfast and dinner. Anyway, you can't miss out on breakfast. So therefore, I'm just going to transfer this half of this into our glass bottle, and this is going to be kept separate. Now you see how I'm pouring it? I'm making it aerated so that in case if that yeast didn't dissolve, I'm making damn sure that it does. Sorry. Perfectos. Yeah? Okay. So that 1 bottle is done. Now the key thing is, do not close it with this lid because it would explode and you're ending up cleaning up all this mess, and don't call me out on that. So for that, what I do is use a cheesecloth or a coffee filter, whichever one you have on hand. I ran out of my coffee filter Do you think I'm going to go and buy a coffee filter just for this? I'm going to find my way out. Use a paper towel. All you need to do is make sure it aerates. So I'm going to fold it a couple of times and then use our handy dandy rubber band and seal it off. Make sure there's no flies or anything entering, because that smell, that aroma from the yeast, the fermentation, it's going to attract lots of bugs in here. In case if you have anything, because it's summer, fruit flies are almost common. So you know what, just take a precaution and just store this as is by your stovetop. Now I have a big mason jar ready. I separated 2 coconut water for 2 reasons. I want to make karlappams, meaning toddy appams. Karla means toddy. Toddy appams, which is so full of flavors. My gosh, have you tried it before? If you haven't, you're missing out big time. And then palappams and vattayappams. So I want to separate. I'm going to make sure that there's enough quantity for me to make all those. So I separated 2 batches into it so that I can play with one and make videos for you guys. So I'm going to do the rest just like so in our mix. Let that rest, and then I'm going to pour this into our mason jar. Make sure it's aerated. Okay, this last bit is actually the concentrated form of our toddy. So what I'm going to do is just bubble itself out. So look at all the residues that I cut. Let that baby sit. Now we're going to pour in our last bit into our mason jar. And we are done, baby. Now the waiting starts. So again, we're going to go in back with our paper towel. If you have a coffee filter, cheesecloth, whichever ones that you have on hand, or you can use a kitchen towel, no problem. I'm just going to cover it like so, and then have a couple of rubber bands on top of it so that there's no way nobody's getting in there but me. I got to keep an eye on my husband too. This is going to become toddy, and he's going to be more interested in trying it out and tasting, you know. Gotta keep an eye on these babies. All right, so toddy is in process. I'm gonna wait 24 hours and I'm gonna show you how it's gonna come out. All right, so there, my friend, is how you make toddy at home. Now, I wouldn't recommend drinking this all by yourself because it's not healthy for you. But if you want to make different types of cuisines, you're more than welcome to. So if you want to know how to do that, you got to come back and check me out. I mean, not me out, check the channel out. So do you know what else we can do with this toddy? Well, in India, they actually chill this in a clay pot, and they will serve this chilled on a hot summer day, just taking a sip, going down and down and down and hitting the jackpot. That's one thing, one way to enjoy it. Another thing, when you enjoy toddy, you need something spicy. So if you have seen our spicy, authentic Kerala style mussels roast, then this will be a great combination. I have that ready here. So you guys have to try this out and let me know how it turned out for you. If you're living somewhere in the Houston, Texas, Dallas, Florida, New York, baby, you guys know what I'm talking about, because you guys have such a strong weather. I mean, it's just complementing the whole ambience itself. I'm not encouraging anyone to become alcoholic. That's a claim that I am putting out there. I am not encouraging you to try this, become an alcoholic. But if you have never tried this combination, you are missing out big time. Okay? Now, what else can you substitute this with? Well, you can always have it with chilled Sprite. That's another thing. And try this out. Let me know. I love to hear comments in the comments box. And to those who have subscribed, thank you so much. Send some vibes, positive vibes my way. I love the same thing to you guys. Take care and see you next time on Curry TV. Bye-bye.
Okay, I was behind the camera, so I thought I'm the one who has to test it, right? I had to taste it, actually. So we have the clay pot ready, and let's pour in. It's a chilled one, chilled very chilled toddy. Let's pour it. Let me try only this. And this goes very well with the clams. Actually, mussels roast.
Okay,
Right?
you do the honors.
Yeah. No, you had to do this one too.
This is what happens when your wife is a cook. Well, I hope you enjoyed spending time with us. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on Curry TV. There you go. Bye.
Bye.